Come on, baby. Hello!
Yep, that is me getting spit on by a dreadnought. But in today's video, I will be showing you how to avoid some mistakes that I have committed so that you don't. Let's get right into it. One of the first things that I want to talk about is a horror that appears in the haunted cave. You'll hear me commonly refer to it as the abomination during the video. But I want to discuss the giant slam attack it has and the protection that it gives the other bugs. So in that last clip, you saw me get on the zip line and then get slammed by the horror while I was still on the zip line and the horror was below me. So here, I'm just shooting at this Praetorian that's behind the horror. But I want to show you that you see all those little blue stars in the picture. So that tells you that the horror is right next to you. And you can see it even if you have your back to him. Much like in that previous video, I was hopping onto the zip line and I could see all the little stars, but I couldn't see the horror below me. You can tell where he is by all the little blue stars that appear on your screen. So now let's talk about this giant slam that he's got. As you can see, it's a huge radius, and even when I was on the zip line, it got me. So not only does it go in the horizontal plane wherever it's walking, but it also goes vertically. So if you think about half of a circle, that's the radius that this thing slam affects. So here's another example of the slam attack. Here's a teammate, he's zooming through above him, and then all of a sudden the creature just slams. And you can see the big radius and the effect it had on my teammate. Bam. Does the abomination block? Well, let's look at some footage and see if it indeed does or doesn't. Here you can see me shooting at a Praetorian, but then you can also see that the horror is right next to him. And you can see there that the Praetorian and the horror are walking next to each other. So I'll zoom in so that you can see the shots as they're walking next to each other. Here you can see that the scout is trying to shoot at the Praetorian, the engineer is shooting at the Praetorian, I'm shooting at the Praetorian, and at one point you can see the sticky grenade there being lobbed by the other gunner. But all the little pings that you see that looks like if you were shooting at armor, they're actually shots that the horror is taking, and he's right now he's protecting that Praetorian. So in another clip here, you can see that I'm shooting at the dreadnought, but then the horror is right in front of it and my shots are being blocked by the horror. So I'll slow that down a little bit so that you guys can see. Okay, change targets, finally. I'm pretty sure that the abomination does block your bullets. Before I go, I just want to make an honorable mention of the shield link ability that was used on me in the beginning of the video. So here you can see that the dreadnought is spitting on me, and then right as the spit hits me, you can see that that ability, that shield link ability, was used to save me. Well, the horror blocking shots continued to happen during the time we were in that cave. I just found it interesting and wanted to share the cool abilities that this monster had, protecting all the bugs and then the huge slam that it has. So I hope that you enjoyed, and if you did, please give it a like rating and consider subscribing. I will see you all in the next video.